Okay. Um, Good morning, everyone. Please, if you can hear me on YouTube, just let me know, please. Just drop. You can drop a comment or something. Let me know if you can hear me on the YouTube, please, so we can start immediately. Okay. All right. I think we are live on YouTube now. Then we can get started. Okay. So if you can also hear me, please, I would like you to drop. If you can hear me clearly, you can drop a message on WhatsApp. If you can, oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, please, if you can hear me clearly, I want you to drop a message on WhatsApp. Or if there is any issue, just drop a message, just drop a comment on the WhatsApp group so that I can take note. Okay, so do let me know. Also in the comment, if you can see my screen, I'm trying to share my screen now. Okay, Chijoke Israel, you are in studio. Okay, so for the studio link, you come only to the studio if you are coming to ask question or make contribution, which that will happen later in the course of this class. But right now, at the moment, I might not allow anybody to come to the studio. So just join me on YouTube so that we can start. I'm going to make this class as brief as possible. Um, but one good thing is that since it's recorded, you know that you can always go back to it. All right. So today, what I just want to share with us is what I call Facebook marketing, or you can call it social media marketing because Facebook is more like the primary center of social media now. You know, with the size and the impact Facebook is making in the social media space, considering the fact that when we're talking about Facebook marketing, we're talking about meta uh, advertising, which includes being able to advertise across both Facebook and Instagram, right? And of course, other channels that Facebook also advertise. So if you are a business manager, or let me say if you're account manager on Facebook, you realize that on your left side here, you're going to see on your menu list here, you see something like Ad Manager. Uh, if you click on Ad Manager, it could be a good way for you to be able to go to the Meta Suite. But on your list as well, if you go down, you will see Meta Business Suite. So I'm going to click on Business Suite for us to be able to get into our business environment. So Meta Suite is a business environment created by Facebook to manage for managing businesses, right? So this is what you use This is what you use to manage your Facebook pages. You can see here, if I come here, I'm going to see a couple of pages and businesses that I manage with this particular account, right? So we're going to choose one of them. We choose one of them to see, to experiment what we want to do this morning. Okay, let me select. Okay, so I decided to choose this particular one, which is my personal page. I choose it because it has both Facebook and Instagram on it. So, how do you do that? It's very simple. For those of you who are not familiar with how to create, what do you call it? How to create, maybe how to integrate your Instagram with your Facebook, you can you can always research on how to do that. But today, I just want to go straight into the ad environment to teach you how to run ad on Instagram, right? On Facebook, sorry. So let's go to ad manager. So on the ad manager, we come into, okay, sorry, let me go to, yeah, I can still click on this. Then I go to campaigns. Let me see if my campaign is going to show. It's not showing here. So I might need to, let me re-add. I want to rejoin my screen. Okay. So let me take the screen out and re-add it. So please, for those of us who are coming to the studio, I will recommend that you go and join us on YouTube instead. It's better you join us on YouTube. So now let's go to Meta Suit. Oh, sorry, Ad Campaign. Okay, you should be able to see my Ad Campaign now. All right, so we have moved from, so now from Google, from Meta Suit, we have been able to click on campaign creation. So now we are here. So now what I just want to teach you today is the ad setup for Facebook marketing. This ad setup. Don't forget, I'm not trying to teach you how to create content on Facebook. I'm not I'm not trying to teach you how to post on Facebook. I'm not trying to teach you how to grow whatever audience or how to strategies for content and all of that. We are dealing basically on Facebook. And what I want to take you through is just a three-step on how to set up ad professionally on Facebook. So now, if I want to create an ad, okay, I think I have to use a different account. Let me use a different account because this particular one cannot create ad. Oh, I actually didn't check that. Let's go back to Facebook. Okay, let's quickly. Let me quickly open another Facebook account that we can use to set up our ad. All right, guys. I think this should work now. So we still follow the same process. We are going to look for our business suit. You can see some of my pages. You can see Ads Manager here. So let's use this for example. Okay, this is our business suit. Okay. Since I'm only sharing, since I'm only sharing a particular page, that's why you can't see my page. So let me share my entire screen so that it will be easier for us. Just share. Let me share the window. All right. So this way now, okay. First, people need to confirm my. So this is not that's supposed to. That's let's go to all tools. So now all tools, let's go to ads manager. Okay, so I think we already have what I wanted to see. So now, with what we have here now, what I want to do for us this morning is just to walk us through these three stages of ad creation. So let's click on create. Don't forget we are already now at ads manager, right? We have left Facebook environment. This is Facebook environment where you can just post on a page and all of that, right? Then we move to meta suite. This is meta suite where you can change, your Facebook businesses depending on the one you want to work on different suits. Then we move to ads manager. So this is the ad environment. So for this particular brand now, I want to I want to set up a campaign. So what I want to teach us today is still like one of the fundamentals in digital market actually, which is just to run an ad on Facebook. So if you want to run an ad, you see you have campaign, you have ad set, you have ad. And I want to walk us through that process now. So let's click on create. Now, before you can run a campaign, the first thing you want to determine is what do you want to achieve with that campaign, which is called campaign objective. So let's assume now that we just want to generate, let's say we want to create, let's create, let's create, generate engagement. Let's generate engagement, right? So we click engagement. The reason for this engagement is because we want to know people who are interested in the product or in the business, or people who want to make inquiry. So we want to kind of generate people who are interested. So not like buying like leads or something like sales. You understand? So we want to generate kind of leads. It's still like more like leads actually, but we want to be able to create conversation, start a conversation by WhatsApp, by Google Messenger, by Facebook Messenger. We want to generate a kind of engagement so that we can be able to generate a lead. All right, so let's move from there. So for us to generate, now we're saying that do you have, okay, let's read it together. Create your engagement campaign using tailored and streamlined set or manually build your campaign. Suggestions may vary based on your recent ad account activity. Why am I seeing this suggestion? Okay. This setup is suggested based on your ad account information and activity. Tailored messages campaign. So now let's do a kind of a manual engagement campaign, right? So where we can be able to set up exactly how we want to be engaged. Okay. So now you can see what we have here. We have campaign, we have campaign sets, we have ad sets, then we have new engagement ad. Now, I want to quickly explain the difference between these for you. Now, this is where you determine your objective. You understand, like what we have done now. We have selected our objective. Then we also do a few other fundamental things, which is if we want to determine ad set budget. Then also if you want to do A/B testing. So all of that will be done here. So once we have done that, it means that we have already chosen a direction that this campaign is going to go, right? So let's come down here and look at our automatically distribute your budget to the best opportunities across your campaign. Then add set budget. You can choose this if you want your campaign to intelligently determine how he spend his money, right? Then you can also choose this if you want to be able to set different bid choose bid strategy for your campaign along the line. So for this one, A/B testing. A/B testing is giving you an opportunity to be able to create um, like two samples of campaign, whereby you are able to look at which one is doing better among the two, right? So I'm going to put on A/B testing. So for our A/B testing now, we want what do we want to use to test? uh, to know the difference between our campaign. We want to use let's use let's use audience. Find out which images, video, or add text work best. In other words, if you are using let's say multiple materials or resource like some of flyer or video to push your ad, you can use creative to determine to watch which of the video is getting better engagement, or you can use audience in terms of what type of people you want to use to determine your audience, right? To know that okay, it's this type of audience that is reacting or engaging my content better or my advert better. How long should the test run? So you can say 7 days. 7 days is actually very nice so that you have enough time to be able uh, to determine if it's if it's a real experiment or it's just an error. Just try an error. So what we want to do now is to go for 7 days for A/B testing. If you have any question, you can drop it in the WhatsApp. Okay. Cost per 1,000 meta account reached. Okay. Let's use the recommended one. Then we can now category. Let me see. No, let's leave that open. Then we go to hard sets. Or you can see our icon now. We are now on hard sets, right? So now in the hard set, let's assume this campaign is for advertising, let's say solar products or solar products promo. So you can remove advertising. Uh, you can say solar products promo, right? So now your conversion location, you have to now determine if it's a website, if it's on your Instagram or Facebook, or you want to get like WhatsApp. You can see some of people who do WhatsApp. WhatsApp is one of the best so that you can be able to engage them on the go, right? So let's stay on WhatsApp. So Facebook, we are going to using this one. I can change it here if I want to use a different Facebook page, but let me just leave it at this. All right. So yeah, let's use choose where to chat with people after they see your heart. So um, we already have Messenger here. We have Instagram. We have WhatsApp. So for this particular business now, you know that we have already integrated all of that. So automatic destination could be the best, okay, so that all your available channels where you can engage customer messages are coming in. So you can choose that. You can also choose manual destination whereby you are able to now impute maybe a particular WhatsApp number that you are now going to use to run your ad. So that's why it's good for you to have set up your account properly. Once you have set up your business pages properly, all these things are supposed to be coming automatic because you have already indicated them as your available options. Okay, maximum number of conversion, performance goal. When you are running an ad for the first time, most of the time you have to leave a lot of things open so that you want to see how the campaign can naturally behave before you start tweaking it. All right. So the budget now, this is important because of course nobody has unlimited budget. So you have to be able to select a moderate budget for your campaign. So now let's say we want to do 5,000. Okay, so 5,000 naira. So we're looking at 5,000 naira. We are starting today. You leave the date open if you want it to start immediately after the campaign is approved by Facebook. So just leave it. End date, you can decide to choose your end date that you want your campaign to end. All right. But most of the time, I normally leave it open. So I just watch my campaigns. When I'm satisfied or when I'm not satisfied, I pause it or I end it and do whatever I want to do with it. Right. So I leave it open. Okay. So all of this, let's leave all this ad scheduling later. You don't need to learn all of that now. Now, let's come to one of the most important aspects of ad campaign, right? That is audience. Now, this is it. I want to say this. In all the things we want to learn on this list, this is the most important aspect of ad campaign. Actually, you see, every other thing, anybody can do it. If you go there, if you come to this particular interface, this page, and navigate through without anybody teaching you anything. But you know what? Running a ad is not just being able to walk through the system, but being able to actually operate as a business strategist. So now this is where you have to now put on your not your digital marketing card, but a business strategy card. Because this is what actually determines if you are a great advertiser or not, a great digital marketer or not. So what is it? What is it now? So at this point now, that's why I make sure I choose a name for this hat, right? For the hat set, because we have decided that we want engagement. Now we want to sell solar products, right? Now you now need to now sit down and say that before I can proceed from this point, I need to be able to understand my product, my marketing strategy, what I'm actually selling for me to be able to be successful. So now let me quickly do something for you on chat GBT. This is actually a major aspect of this. After this one, this class will be done. So you want to come to ChatGPT, for example, and say, let's say, um, I'm running, or you can say, I want to run a Facebook campaign for a for let's say for sourcing solar energy company promoting their rechargeable fan. My target audience are working class in Lagos, especially Lagos Island, Ikoyi, Lekki, Victoria Island, and Ibeju, Lekki. I want you to act as a top rated Facebook advertising specialist and write and create a Facebook hard copy for AB A/B testing. So let's see what it's going to give us. So now our hard copy is this. This is our hard copy. Start with it give us campaign objective. You see what it give us? It say WhatsApp conversion. That simply tell you is giving us opportunity for engagement. The same thing we selected initially. You see that? So you say you can go for leads, you can do sales if you have optimized your website very well for ordering products. Okay, but because this is a training, so we don't have all those preparation done for all those sales campaigns. So he already give us an option for WhatsApp conversions. So right, like what we have rightly selected. So target location include Lagos, Lagos Island, Ikoyi, Lekki, Victoria Island, Ibeju, Lekki. Our audience interest includes working professionals, business owners, civil servants, bankers, real estate professionals, remote workers. It gives us all those options: solar energy, renewable energy, inverter users, smart home technology. Okay, so it gives us an idea. No light, don't let power outage disrupt your sleep, work, or comfort. The sourcing rechargeable fan keeps you cool for hours even when there is no electricity. Long lasting battery storage, strong airflow, quiet operation, portable and energy efficient. So now he has given us a copy, give us a B copy. Okay, add copy, cost saving focused, primary fuel price keeping rising. Okay. So now with this one now, we already have an idea of how to set up our audience, right? So let's come back. So location. Lagos region. No. Okay. Lagos State. So let's age, minimum age. I said for 24. So our language is, yeah, it's English. Okay, for our location, we have Lagos. So let's go to Ikoyi, Ikoyi, Lagos State. Um, let's see, Victoria Island. Victoria Island neighborhood. So now the reason why you are selecting all this area is because you want to focus your campaign on this area. You don't want to advertise to Mushi. You don't want to advertise to um I don't know, maybe Festac, So you want to target these particular areas, then you begin to surgically indicate them, right? Then let's come down to what substatus included. Show more settings, right? I'm looking for interest. Sometimes that thing used to skip my eye. All these ones, feeds, apps and sites, search results. Okay, I'm looking for create a rule set now. That's not what I want. I'm looking for behaviors. Use now. Okay, advantage on. Okay. So now we determine location. We are going to allow this campaign to run to intelligently determine the kind of people that should engage our content, right? So we might not really go in detail with everything on that can be set up. So it's always good to save a particular setup. You can always come back to it in future for remarketing, right? So we save it as solar promo, right? So now the major thing we have done on this campaign actually is just to choose particular location we want to target, right? Then we are using advantage. So we want this promo to run intelligently on AI to determine its own audience, appropriate audience for us in the area where the location we are targeting, right? Then on the final page, you can now make your creative, right? So everybody is familiar with that on how to make their own creative. You set up your own creative. But the idea of this, using this environment, this ad manager environment for you to make your campaign is that as you continue to run your campaigns over time, you begin to see the opportunity for you to leverage the records of your previous incidents, your previous events, your previous campaigns. You begin to leverage that. Number one. Number two is that on these ad managers, there are a lot of other complex processes you can carry out, which include being able to integrate the event on your website, okay, into your uh, into your Facebook. So that let me go to let me show you something here. There's so many things you are able to do on a hard manager. These are things you can't learn in a very short period of time like this on this kind of training. It's something you learn through proper mentorship. So let me give you an example of what I mean by that. If I go to all tools, if I click all tools, right, okay, come to all tools. You see event manager. Okay, so on event manager, there is a way we can integrate your website or whichever website you are managing with that Facebook page so that you can be able to track how this campaign is behaving or how the customers are behaving on the site you are advertising. Okay, and you'll be able to have those outcomes on the ads reporting. So when you run ads and you have been able to integrate the sites, let me give you an example of what I mean by that. Let me quickly show you something. If it is something I can quickly get to over. Okay, the network is quite slow. Actually, okay, let me go to. So as a Facebook manager, as let me call it as a professional digital marketer, you must be able to understand how to integrate the website of your client, for example. into their Facebook page. So, for example, now I want to quickly show you something. Look at site kit. On this site kit of this particular website, you can be able to see what is going on. All right. This site has had, in the last 28 days, it has had 86, right? Okay. Yeah, all visitors, 86 visitors, right? Sorry, search traffic over the last year, search traffic over the last 20 days is 360. Total impressions, total click is just one. Unique visitors from search has been 10. Those are unique visitors from search. Now, all of these now can actually multiply in thousands if I'm running hard on Facebook coming to this site, right? But I have all this information now on my site in the back end. But you can have all this information actually on the Facebook. You can have all the information here. You understand? You can have all those information here if you have integrate event manager, like integrate the back your site, your website to that of the Facebook, so that you are able to track every activity going on in your campaign. Otherwise, you will have been running campaign, you will not have really comprehensive breakdown of how your campaigns are behaving. So all of these are just basic process for you to be able to set up a campaign. Like now, on this last lab is where you just integrate your creatives, right? For example, now if I had, okay, let's say set up creative, right? So let's say I want to use image. Some of us, I believe, for those who have been running campaign before now, all of this, I don't need to be teaching you, right? The network is quite very slow. So let me just choose a particular image. I think this is video. All these are video. So I just choose this. So now I've selected an image that I want to use, right? Just for teaching's sake. Okay. So now we now go back to our content and begin to select and begin to choose from what ChatGPT has advised us. We can now choose some of those content to complete our creative. This is primary text. So for our primary text, what do we have for our primary text? So it's giving us this for primary text. All right, no lights. Primary text. Add text caption. That is the headline. Okay, chat with us. Okay, call to action. Send a message. Apply now. So if it's for application, book now. Contact us. Send message. All right. Send message. Okay, so you can have an idea now. You can see the campaigns how they are looking like, right? Add preview destinations. Okay, you can see this one is coming up, right? So this is the way it's gonna look like, right? So it's looking like this on Facebook. It's gonna look like this on Instagram, right? Chat with us, send message. All right. So assuming this is all okay. Now look at this URL parameter. So assuming we want to do website event, okay, you click here, then you set up. But this is not going to be part of this training. Okay, these are more advanced when it comes to hard setup, right? So it's not something you can just learn in a one class like this. It has to come through deep mentorship, right? So now this is how you set up a basic ads. And once you are able to push this ad campaign, it's a A/B testing. It's going to give you two copies of campaign that you can now watch which of them is going to perform better. Then after like 5 days or 7 days, like we have set up, then you decide which one you want to keep and which one you want to pause. Right. So right now, I don't know if you have any question on this simple setup process. I would like to take your questions. You can drop your question in WhatsApp. If you have any question, drop it in WhatsApp. Then I will take it there. All right. So drop your question in the WhatsApp. The conversation continues in the WhatsApp. Thank you so much.